What's cracking, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about some of the strangest isekai anime out there. Now we all know that this current season's filled with absolute masterpieces. I mean, who can forget Do You Love Your Mom with their two-hit multi-target attacks like an isekai with your mom, like, yeah. Or how about that time I got reincarnated as a slime? Super weird. I mean, you were reborn as a slime. That's like the worst mob in an RPG. What a loser. Dr. Stone, or as true weebs call it, I was turned to stone and reincarnated 3,700 years later in a Minecraft world without any science. I mean, like, that's one good isekai. But did you know that there's actually some stuff that's stranger? Something that's a little bit more out there, and I'm here to tell you about at least a few of them. Not all, but a few. If this video gets over 20k likes, heck, I'll try and see if I can do some more weird isekai titles for you. So there's the goal. The first one is a light novel called Reborn as a Vending Machine. Now I wander the dungeon. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. The main character is a vending machine. Now, unfortunately, this title is a light novel, and specifically only a light novel, so there's not a lot of pictures. But as you know, it starts off with our hero being crushed by a vending machine. But it was from a isekai truck, you know, the typical truck. It just fell out of the truck and he tried to save it. Why? Because he loves vending machines. Obviously. So then he's reborn as a vending machine in some fantastical world. That's right, he's a vending machine. The only thing he's able to say are typical like things like welcome, please insert a coin, or thank you, have a nice, things like that. But he does have vending machine powers, okay? Like the mighty power to restock any item. I know, like crazy. Or the power to exchange items for like different items for food, you know? Like just seriously, it's just food. Or drinks. But anyway, he still has stats as a vending machine. Believe it or not, he only really has defense and HP, or stamina, I should say. And when he gets attacked by curious little goblin critters, like Murlocs around the lake here, he almost dies. But don't worry, he got a divine power that he was able to choose for free. And out of all the lists that he chose, like human transformation, sword skill, other things like that, he chooses barrier. So he makes a barrier around himself that's impenetrable and they can't do anything, but it consumes a lot of his mana points, and once he runs out of those like mana points, he's dead. But thankfully the Murlocs give up, and he's then greeted by a random adventurer girl who's hungry, sees him, and then inserts coins inside of him, and then makes a meal, I guess. But it's that money that gives him sustenance and the power to level up. I'm not even joking. He levels up by taking people's money. But anyway, the adventurer is psychic, and she's able to communicate with this boy through yes or no questions from his phrasings. And she says like, hey, are you lonely? Well, if you're lonely, come with me. And she hoiks him up on the back and takes him along. I don't know. The reason she's able to do it because her divine gift is super strength. So, you know, she's able to lift him up and take him on adventures. What? I don't know why you would want to read a light novel with a vending machine as the main hero, but you know, I guess it is different. It does catch your attention. If you thought that was good, well, I got another good one here for you called I Was Reincarnated as a Hot Spring in an Alternate World, and I'm way too effective. That's right, instead of being reincarnated as a vending machine, he's now a hot spring. I think you know the level of class that this particular title has. Literally almost every page I cannot show you of this manga, literally because it's all tit and A. There's so much T and A. Like on every single page. But anyway, the main hero of this one was Isekai by way of a bus accident. So he died on a bus trip. That was it. That was it. Whether or not there was a truck involved, I'll leave it to your imagination. There's usually probably an Isekai truck. He's always there lurking. We all know you can't get Isekai'd without Truck-kun doing it for you, alright? But anyway, as you guessed it, the manga starts with a guy being discovered by a girl, and she takes a little dip inside of him. And yeah, it's just as bad as you think it is. Like the water turning into a milk bath because he seems to be getting excited. I wonder what this could be referencing. I don't know. And the way how this comic works is the more people that take a bath inside of Onsen-kun, he levels up. That's right, he levels up through baths. And as you guessed it, when he levels up, so does his facilities. And he's able to construct himself a new home and turn into a legit onsen hot spring resort. It's that dumb. But anyway, the conflict here is goblins. Yes, nasty goblins starts chasing after these sexy girls and, you know, causing them problems. And in order to save these girls, he says, hey, if you take a dip inside of me, I can restore your mana and make you stronger. This plot line is just, wow. He's not actually able to talk with them, so he does it through, like, speakers, alright? Like, for some reason, these inanimate objects can't actually speak their thoughts. They have to do things through other means. So as you guessed it, she takes a splishy splash inside of the onsen, where she gets a mana up, and then they destroy the goblins. The girls then find out that the onsen has special powers, and then for some reason, like, they want to level it up enough to use its curative powers on one of the girls' sick little sister to cure her of her illness. There's other conflicts such as the chief saying, hey, you can't set up land here, where the guy materializes, butt naked, mind you, to where they all see him. But hey, most of the girls in this are naked for whatever reason too. It's an onsen, alright? Where he does jokes saying, I want you to love me, so come inside of me. It feels good when you're inside of me. It's just great lines like this. Just fantastic innuendos. But anyway, to say for the plot of this, it's not the greatest, okay? It's obviously very dumb. The main reason you're reading this is not for the plot, alright? It's for the plot. And let me tell you, there is an absurd amount of plot in this. There is just ridiculous, mature levels amount of plot. To the point where I don't even think I would consider this, like, just plain ecchi anymore. This is off-brand. One of the girls actually does a little experimenting inside of the onsen. Let's just say that. To be fair, though, this was quite the guilty pleasure, and I did feel like continuing reading this, merely for research purposes. This next one is truly a beauty. Now, if you thought being reincarnated as an onsen was something spectacular or a vending machine, I got another just plain weird one for you. And this is called Reincarnated as the strongest one in another world. I'm forcing a girl to be a magical girl against her will. It's a long title, but yeah, it's as you say. And oh boy, I thought the Reincarnated as a hot spring was kind of lewd. I think this one was like lewd in a completely different kind of way. Like, oh, wow. But anyway, it starts off with this guy watching a magical girl movie with a little girl, and they're enjoying it together, and they want to do some more cool stuff, but this guy is a magical girl fanatic, and just when they're about to cross the road, guess who comes along? Truck-kun. And he saves the little girl and gets smashed to little bits himself. What did I tell you, man? Truck-kun. He's the one that starts all of these. Alright, you cannot underestimate the power of Truck-kun. He will isekai everyone. But anyway, some sexy enchantress whammon like says, heed my call, I now call upon you, and you are now my magic wand that's almighty and powerful. Yo, protect the realm. So here we have a protagonist refusing actually being OP for once. He wants to be bonded with a magical girl. It's weird. So the wizard lady obliges and says, protect this world. If something happens to me, it's on you, okay, homie? So she leaves him in the middle of a shop. And it's then and there some wounded girl barges into the shop, and he sees her, and it's like, yo, hey, I can help you. Turns out the village outside's on fire and being attacked by some creature, and he's just like, yeah, I can help you with that, you know? And just before she's about to take him up on the offer, bam, big nasty magical beast comes along. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna decide for you to be my new master. And then he makes her do the embarrassing transformation sequence. Everyone's favorite, you know? Those magical girl transformation sequences that take like 1 minute to happen. But instead of giving this girl a cute little magical girl outfit, he gives her quite the, interesting one, to say the least. Needless to say, she's very, very embarrassed by it, but she turns out to be very OP. Able to stop a monster's palm without even flinching, like it was nothing. She, of course, doesn't want to continue because she's too embarrassed by her outfit. Or Wan Shan says, yo, how can you do this if you're embarrassed so easily? Do it! Like Shia LaBeouf, just do it! And she destroys the beast. But instead of, like, taking him up on the offer and becoming a magical girl, what does she do? She's like, nah, fam. Like, yo, someone else take this wand. I don't want nothing to do with this. So in order for him to continue being this girl's magical wand, what does he do? He tricks her, saying, sorry, you're already cursed. Lol, you're stuck with me. Any outfit that you have will now turn into those lewd outfits. All right, you have to have me, yo. Honestly, the artwork in this is like 10 out of 10. Like, it's really well done artwork. It's gorgeous. Though some of the scenes in it, particularly where a slime goes inside of a girl's mouth and does quite some questionable things to her. There's some adult things in nature, but you know, it is interesting. Like, I don't think the plot of this is like 10 out of 10. I think it's quite dumb. But if you're a fan of the magical girl genre, or if you just like, you know, anime, then yeah, I think this is worth maybe a read. Now, there is some others that I would love to talk about and bring up, such as I Was a Sword When I Was Reincarnated, or another light novel called The Hero and His Elf Bride Open a Pizza Parlor in Another World. If you guys really enjoy this and you want to hear some more about such as those titles, plus more, definitely leave a like, okay? Subscribe for some more quality content because there's so much good isekais that I can talk about that are just off the chain. And if you guys have suggestions of things that you would like for me to check out and talk about, definitely leave some below. Or just discuss some of the topics that we talked about too. I mean, there's plenty of good isekais. And I'll be happy to check them out. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And I will see all of you beautiful, beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother.